What is going on, family? I am very stoked to get into another request from our good buddy Dave today. And today he has got us checking out Aurora the Seed. And he did let me know that he gave me a little bit of a backstory because, you know, as you guys already are aware, I don't really do a ton of like looking up or anything on the front side of these reactions. I really rely on you guys to kind of basically fill me in where I'm wrong and what you guys think I should know about the artist. So I appreciate Dave for letting me know that Aurora had made a comment once upon a time in an interview somewhere, some way, somehow, that this is one of her favorite songs, if not the most favorite one that she does to perform live. But we're going to check out the official music video today so that way I can really get like the overall message of this song the first go around. And I'm sure that we will probably check out the live version afterwards at some point. So let's go ahead and check it out. When the last tree has been cut down, the last fish caught, and the last river poisoned, only then will we realize how we cannot eat money. Damn, that is a bar already. I'm going to save my thoughts on that because I feel like we're going to get into it. Because I feel like if we're starting off with this, like, you know, we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? If not, somebody remind me and we're going to come back to it.
Just like the sea, I don't know where to go. Through dirt and shadow I grow. I'm reaching light through the struggle. Just like the sea, I'm chasing the wonder. I unravel myself, all in slow motion. You cannot eat money or not. You cannot eat money or not. And the last tree has fallen and the rivers are poison. You cannot eat money or not. You cannot eat money or not.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I feel like I have really barely scratched the surface when it comes to Aurora in her catalog. But this is like all the energy that I really like about her is like this shit right here. And I feel like a lot of people haven't been sending me on this path yet, so I'm really happy that we're here today. But yes, we're back already talking about the overall message because it's just the lyrics and the song on this one where man, I try so hard to not get political, but I feel like this is one of those topics where you just can't help but kind of get into it. We as a species, as people, just the human race, we are like, I feel like we are naturally selfish beings. We are designed to look out and protect our own heart and souls, first and foremost. And I feel like sometimes our societies teach us to do that as well, to look out for yourself and don't give a fuck about anybody else. So we're naturally born that way. And then we are sometimes ingrained to really believe that we are more important than everybody else. And when you do that, you prioritize your self over everything, with everything that you do. And then eventually it allows the ability for people to take advantage of people and for people to do things for the sake of only profits. And that's how we create worlds of people giving so much and taking almost all of it. To the point where, as the entire human race, we're basically just like overflooding the earth with how much we are trying to take its resources from it. And you could say it's for whatever reason, but a lot of it is not to benefit all of us. It is to benefit the needs of a few because we are selfish people. And we will do anything to try to make sure that we are taken care of and we achieve our goals, because fuck everybody else. And I feel like we're seeing that just unravel day after day, year after year, of how we can let things like greed and pride and ego really just consume how we operate. And I feel like the message is pretty simple in this song, and the fact that, like, you know, when we've killed every fish that there's to kill, and we've pulled up every diamond there is to pull up, and we've just taken every resource, every drop of water, killed every bird, killed every cow, pig, whatever. We've just used it all for the sake of whatever you want to say it's for. Because I think that when those farmers are out there and they're raising those livestock and those cattle to sell them to somebody, so that way they could take care of their families and provide for themselves, and they choose to have those lifestyles, I would like to think that most of those people would like to think that those are going off to help people, and that it's going to provide food for people, and it is going to be a good thing that they're doing. But there's only so many people out there that are buying cattle now. There's only so many businesses out there that are doing those things, because we have monopolized our entire world in a lot of ways. So, like, there's only like 5 people out there that are draining all those resources from that one particular industry, and you could just pick any one of them and go down the same thing. And that's why I like people like Aurora, because she like challenges the idea of the thoughts of those things. And other artists that are like her, where you're just not making music about the mundane lifestyles of just relationships and those kinds of things. You know, there's a lot more to talk about, and there's a lot more expression that can be had that is given to us, I think, through the art of music. And I feel like that's one of those great things about, again, artists like Aurora, that in songs like this, it inspires you to even just think about it just a little bit, and to try to make a little bit of a difference. Like, you know, we're always so busy picking one side of a fence of how we feel about something. Like, you know, when the imagery of all those people protesting about climate change popped up, you probably felt one of two ways about it. It probably either bothered you, or you're like, good for those kids, good for those people. And if it bothered you, it's because you had to pick a side of the fence of how you felt about climate change, whether you thought it was real or not. They're going to the beach in Canada right now, guys, and we're getting snow in Texas and Florida. When has that ever happened in the history of the world? That's all I'm saying. You can say it's fake all you want, but shit's happening, wild shit that's happening left and right from Mother Nature, and some people are just choosing to ignore that and say that it's just not happening so we can get to Mars. So, all right, they're going to cancel me at some point.
Suffocate me so my tears can be rain. I will water the ground where I stand, so the flowers can grow back again. 'Cause just like the seed, everything wants to land. We are burning our fingers, but we learn and forget.
I really liked this part right here with like the feed me sunlight and the feed me air part, and like when she was talking about like the seed and how the seed grows and whatnot. Because like I feel like the other like half of like what I'm really taking away from this is like what all do we need to survive as people? Like the things that we consume daily and the things that we run to are not the things that we necessarily need for survival. We need things like sunlight. We need things like clean air. We need things like fresh water, and we need things like food. But it's not the things that we have at the top of our priority lists. Like some of us, and I'm guilty of this, are like, you know, we can go into a depression and then just not leave our house for days. That's not good for us. It's not healthy for us. And we know that. We know that as people that like, hey, we should get some fresh air. We should get outside. Sunlight is good for us. Like that is natural healing. That is just science at bay. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is. The same thing with sleep. I have a lot of sleeping issues, but I recognize the fact that sleep is very important. And sometimes in my own self-deprecation, I deny myself sleep. I will purposely try to keep myself awake to hurt myself and punish myself because I know that it's something that I naturally need to survive. But yet, again, we're very much consumed with the things that we don't need for survival instead of the things that we actually do. We don't prioritize those things. Like, again, trying to look at our own mental health, like, and just taking care of our own bodies that way. Like, I feel like that's should be at the top of pretty much everybody's priority list. But the people that do that, like, we kind of like chastise them for doing that. Like, we call them like health freaks and stuff like that, when everybody should kind of be a health freak. That is kind of just like self-love and self-care, is just to make sure that you are taking care of your best version of you, so you can be the best version of yourself. Like, that's what we're all looking here to try to do, right? Is try to be the best versions of ourselves. We got to try to do a better job of trying to actually take care of our needs that way. We should try to get out in the sun more. We should try to get some fresh air every once in a while. We should try to just be better. I don't really know what else to say about like this what I've already said, because like the first thing I thought of was, I was like, man, she is just like so damn cool. There's just something very special and unique about her that it just makes her very special. And I feel like that's why everybody's here, right? Checking out this video is because that's what you guys see in her. I see the same thing. Like, there's just something unique and special about her and the way that she communicates like her art to the world. I think it's just really damn cool. That's really all I can really say. I don't know. I love her haircut. Like, I don't know. I know her hair changes a lot, and like almost every time I've seen her hair is different, but her hair always looks sick. I like the fact that she just does like unique and different styles and stuff. Like, she just owns her personality. And I feel like that's a probably one of the coolest things about her is the fact that like she seems like she is just very confident in who she is and how she sees things in the world. So yeah, thanks so much again for the request, man. I really appreciated this one. Be kind to a stranger today. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.